At a rally in a park in June, the Minneapolis City Council announced its intent to disband its police department.
Ms. Bitter, we heard today the same calls to defund the police. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I just stood with a total of 9 members of the Minneapolis City Council, and we committed to dismantling policing as we know it in the city of Minneapolis.
Cuts to the police department followed, which brought about the results that one might expect. But it all still managed to seemingly surprise the Minneapolis City Council.
You know, we don't need a report to know that crime is up. We don't need to know how just the brazenness of crime in the 11th Ward has just gone up. And people are really feeling that.
The level of gun violence, drug dealing, intimidation, extortion. People are having to pay to get out of their alleys.
I acknowledge that the moment we're in right now, the conditions for MPD are not very ripe for success.
So last month they held public budget hearings where they heard from area residents.
Bad budget cuts hurt good cops, and a damaged and insufficient public safety institution will not be able to function.
As you debate the budget for next year, consider the feelings and actions of one of the people you represent, and I suspect many, many others like me. I don't feel safe in my own city. I don't go downtown to visit my brother or go to my favorite restaurants and breweries anymore, not because of COVID, but because I don't want to get mugged or carjacked.
And we need to pay the overtime to have our remaining officers take on extra shifts.
And there were plenty of calls similar to the ones you heard. And one would think that some on the city council may have learned something from all this, as they recently announced a new budget proposal.
3 council members have released a new plan for the 2021 budget. It's called Safety for All.
It is our duty to protect the people of Minneapolis, and our current public safety system fails to do so.
Ward 4's Philippe Cunningham says they'll offer their plan as a budget amendment this week. It would cut another $7.9 million from the police budget in 2021, shifting the money to other areas of public safety. That might include a new 911 mental health crisis response for nonviolent calls.
What folks have overwhelmingly asked for is for a response that is led by mental health professionals rather than law enforcement.
Is that what you heard people asking for? Because I didn't quite hear it that way.
I know there are not enough police out there, and the criminals and the gangs know it too. Please don't gut the police, and please support our chief.
The council members also propose an authorized force of 750 officers for future years, a 15% reduction from the current authorized total.
What folks have overwhelmingly asked for is for a response that is led by mental health professionals.
I do agree with this city council member on one thing. There does seem to be a need for some mental health professionals in Minneapolis. I'm Eric Shiner for MRC-TV.